Hello friends, and welcome back to the JankDiverTim YouTube channel, where we're going to be playing a little bit more Final Fantasy today. My name's Timothy Zaccanino. We're going to be doing best of 3. It is hot outside, which means I'm staying inside. I've got a 2-week long road trip coming up ahead of me, so why not jam another game or two of Final Fantasy before I hit the road, right? If you haven't already, check out the other video I did that was really fun. We ended up with a pretty sweet, kind of awkward multicolor town deck that did pretty well, but the best of 3 queues are a little soft these days, or at least for this set, so we'll talk about that more. Remember, as always, before we get into this draft, this is a cube-related community JankDiverTim, and you can find links to our Discord server down below, wherever you're watching this, and you can come join us, share your trophy list, ask for advice unlimited, and of course, come play Cube for free with a bunch of different cubes that our community has created at this point. We've got our main cubes, the JankDiverTim Peasant Cube and the mainline cube, but we've also got tons and tons of community members who have created their own cubes that we've been playing here and there. So always something great to check out, and it's all free. It's all free. Well, there's wild card investment, but if you're a regular arena drafter, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So find the Discord down below. Come check us out. Say hey. Let us know that you found us through this YouTube video, and let's get into some Final Fantasy Limited. Been a great limited format. I know a lot of people have this like higher than Tarkir. I do not. I do not. I think it's weird that it has a lot of the same problems that Tarkir had, but people seem to be more forgiving of it for various reasons. But I was a Tarkir truther. I love Tarkir Dragonstorm. I thought it was fantastic. I get why people dropped off of it with the lack of variation in decks, but I could go on and on and on about and argue against that point. But people like what they like, and people like Final Fantasy. I think it is a good limited format. There's been a lot of really sweet stuff going on. There's a lot of cool rares and build arounds and stuff like that, and most of the decks just work. I know data will tell you that like red green and green white are just not that good, but you don't need the data to tell you that. They're just kind of creature decks in a sea full of like 2-for-1s and stuff like that. Personally, I like the Grixis Spectrum decks, mostly blue-red. Anytime I can navigate myself into a open blue-red deck, I'm going to be very happy to do it. I think it's one of the top tier decks in the format. I like green-black, but it just doesn't feel like it comes together very often. It's really reliant on the self-mill cards like Town Greeter and was it Shinra Missionaries, I think it's called. And the problem with those cards is that a lot of other decks can just take those cards. Any green deck can play Town Greeter, so you don't get like critical mass of those, and therefore the green-black deck usually ends up being a Sultai deck, which is fine as well. Decks I have not liked. I have tried the Towns deck. I know I said I just had a video with the Towns deck featured. I found it very hard to get a Towns deck to come together in a real way because there's only so many payoffs for it. But if you open the Wandering Mistral, or you get past a was it Travel the Overworld or Traverse the Overworld, like you could totally go in for Towns. You just have to actually start prioritizing Towns over other cards. And then a lot of the in-between decks, I think they're fine. Red-white equipment, I don't end up in that space very often, but if I open a good, equipment card, or I see that it's open, or I'm getting like katanas and white support cards and stuff like that semi-late, then sure, I'll go into red-white equipment. I think the story coming in, week 1 was like, job select is broken, job select is really good, and I think I've come down on that for the most part. It just feels like the control decks are really good. The control decks are really good at punishing the job select equipment style decks, so I'm more in line with the control decks than anything else, but I'll play whatever's open. And every now and then I've been trying some other stuff here and there. I tried a random encounter deck. In fact, I think, what is it, Ham TV I think is the name of the YouTuber. You can go check them out, like completely destroying that deck. Depending on what you open on the bonus sheet. I've opened Yawgmoth a couple times, so you might occasionally open a bonus sheet card that pushes you in a different direction. Joda comes to mind as well as something that you could first pick and be like, okay, we're going to do something different today. Don't really like the bonus sheet personally, but it's fine. All right, lots of rambling out of the way. Best of 3, no names, unfortunately, but shout out to these 7 players if you knew you were at this table. And think we've got an easy snap pick, first pick rare. Joshua is very good. Even if you just never transform it, it's good. Like 3 mana, 3/4, good stat line. Card selection is great, and then you can flip it, gain some life back, and threaten this Chapter 3, which is kind of insane as well. But just the baseline stats plus filter in your hand, really good. Obviously, 2-color card. Not excited about taking 2-color card early. Pack is also decent. Suplex and Sephiroth's Intervention, both very good. Slash of Light, also like very good in certain styles of white decks, the equipment decks mainly. Outside of that, Fire Magic in Best of 3 can be a really good pickup. Sometimes it wheels. Dragoon's Wyvern, like a good card that I think people just extremely overrate. This is just a good card. This is not an excellent card, and I think people treat it like it's some sort of excellent role player in the format, and it's just like, okay, that's a good 3-drop. I don't have it as high as the rest of the world. Oh my god, we got past Achroma's Will. We got past Achroma's Will, people. Okay, so maybe I'm at a pod where somebody read this and they read, oh, control a commander, this card's unplayable. This card is insane. If you've ever played Khans of Tarkir, do you remember the card Flying Crane Technique? It was 6 mana, 3 different colors, gave all your creatures flying and double strike. This does that, but it gives your creatures vigilance. Or alternatively, it gives them lifelink, indestructible, and protection from everything, which means they're unblockable. So that's roughly the same. And it's an instant for 4 mana. You can do it on your opponent's turn if you really need to. The card is incredible. I've never drafted it. I've lost the one time it was cast against me. And it's a great follow-up. This should obviously not be getting past. Unless... I can't think of a single rare I would take over this. This might be the best card in the entire set. All right, less hype now. Less hype. So here I could take Slash of Light if I felt like I was gonna do exactly the red-white thing. Warrior Sword also decent. I don't like starting off with a bunch of expensive cards. I'd rather take cheaper cards. And like I said, Fire Magic in Best of 3 can be really strong. It's not at its best in red-white specifically because you're gonna kill a lot of your own creatures. Diamond Weapon, Circle of Power are both like situationally good. Syncopate as well can be pretty strong in the control decks. But I should probably take one of the red cards just to cut it a little bit. I could also take Slash of Light and just cut white and assume that more white will come. But just to send the signal to the left like, hey, stay out of white completely. I would like to be the person in this color. Fire Magic's probably a little bit better. In Best of 3 as a sideboard card. Could take Warrior Sword too, but let's go ahead and take the Fire Magic, move it over. Ooh, Excalibur 2. And by ooh, I mean this card is awful. So this card is such a knock because, well, I guess we should reserve our card first. Not a great pack here. I guess I'll take Renoa. Could end up in Naya here. This is multiple bodies for Chroma's Will. Ifrit is totally replaceable. Red Mage's Rapier. I have my opinion of this card after playing it and jamming it multiple times is that you should just not put this card in your deck no matter what. There are some niche situations where you would play it, but the card is terrible. Okay, yeah, Excalibur 2. So for those of you who don't know, in Final Fantasy IX, this is the hardest weapon to get. The way you get it is by reaching a certain spot in the last level of the game within like 5 or 6 hours, and Final Fantasy IX is like a 20-30 hour game, so you have to like max speed run, and then it has like this card cares about life gain for some reason. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the game, so it's just very weird. All right, we took Renoa. There's another Fire Magic. I'm a little bit less jazzed to keep jamming Fire Magics, especially since there's another one in the pack that might wheel. Marlboro is a good card, but I guess I would like to stick to this little spectrum. I'm going to take Snow. Snow's not super powerful. It very often plays like a 3-mana 2/3 Vigilance, which just is not very good. I do notably have a lot of legendaries if that ends up mattering for something. I would like to take... I mean, if there was just like a White Mage's Staff or some 2-drop in this pack, I would take it, but I don't see any reason to move off of white here. Marlboro is not a strong enough reason. 5th pick to be my first black card. Snow's not that good. I did play a triple triad deck recently. I would do like Ultimacia. There's another one of those self-mill cards. Quarrel. I've been unimpressed with this card. I'll take the red-green land here. We do have Naya Spectrum colors. Triple Triad, I don't think Triple Triad is a 0. I think this card actually can be pretty good. It's obvious. In Best of 3, I like it even more because you can just board it out in matchups where it's just inappropriate to play a 6-mana enchantment, but it's more fun than it is good, and we've got Mana Fixin' in the pack. We're not getting handed cheap creatures, though, that's for sure. So here, do I want to take a Slash of Light, or would I rather take a Bard's Bow? I do not think Bard's Bow is very good for what it's worth. I'll take the Slash. Oron's Inspiration unfortunately suffers from there just not really being a token deck, and it's also just a worse Chroma's Will. Light of Judgment, fine as a one-of, but I would prefer not to take it here. So, yeah, I'll take a Slash of Light. And, wow, Earth Crystal, huh? So many Slash of Lights. Why are there so many Slash of Lights? Earth Crystal, I've been unimpressed with Earth Crystal as well. And it's not that this card can take over a game. It can completely smash people. The problem with Earth Crystal is that you have to find the time to play it. And I'm honestly looking at Magitech Infantry. If I can get like 3 of these, it powers up a lot of my deck. It puts bodies on board for this, puts bodies on board for this, puts bodies on board for this. Like, everything I've drafted so far cares about having bodies on board. Also, there's infinite Slashes of Light. So I'm going to pass Earth Crystal for the first Magitech Infantry. This is pick 9. Suplex Wield? Okay, I'll take Suplex. Green-White Land, I wouldn't mind picking up here. Though, notably, we could go either way. We have 1 red card and 1 green card. Everything else is white. So there's like a small argument for taking Slash of Light, but I've seen none of the job select stuff, so. I really don't like You're Not Alone. I'll take a Gassel Greens. Hopefully don't have to play it, but if I do, it's not the worst thing in the world. Slash of Light versus Bard's Bow. Again, Bard's Bow is just like super mediocre, but it does get a little bit better with the Slash of Light. Or I could just keep taking Slashes. Again, I don't think Bard's Bow is all that impressive. Hate all these cards. Cloudbound Moogle is just... ugh. So I did say don't ever take Red Mage's Rapier, but what if I took Red Mage's Rapier? What if I took it here? And what if I didn't play it? Wow, the Marlboro Wield, huh? Sure, I'll put Laporte Scout down here. It's the one card you don't want to play. I also hate Grand Pulse OG. Alright, Dragoon's Lance. Snap that off. There's a white Auracite here. I love Call the Mountain Chocobo. Not that this is like an insanely powerful card, but it just feels good to play with. Alright, I'm back. I had to check something real quick. Dragoon's Lance is exactly what this deck wants, right? It's a good 2-drop. It's an excellent 2-drop, just an evasive 2-drop, deals damage, powers up my Slashes of Lights, does a lot for the deck here. And now we're looking at Moogle's Valor, which I have been impressed with this card. It's just, it's hard to ever play around your opponent having a 5-mana rare instant that you just don't see that often, so people don't really think about it that much, and then it gets people good reason to, again, want a lot more cheap plays. Infantry, I think I need 3 of these before I'm happy. What else is in the pack? Prompto is fine. White Auracite, I would love to get 1, maybe 2 of those. Red-White Land here as well. Warrior Sword as well, so, I mean, I'm going to take the rare. I think it's quite good. Also a good sign that it's getting passed to us. Brynhilder? Freya is contextually powerful, but you need a lot of equipment before you're that excited about it. Cloud of Darkness is insane, but obviously not close to what we're doing. And Summon Chocomog, I think, is actively kind of on the weaker side. There are some decks where you can capitalize on this and run your opponent over. This does not look like it's going to be one of those. I'll take Brynhilder here, and then, I mean, my green is so mediocre that I am still looking at myself as red-white, potentially splashing green for Renoa. Brynhilder is a good 2-drop, though it is a 2-drop you don't typically want to play on 2. Ooh, there's that Travel the Overworld I was talking about. Alright, do we want Chocomog, or do we want to go ahead and pick a T-Rexor? The problem with T-Rexor is if green ends up being a splash color, it makes casting the T-Rex a lot harder. Could take Chocomog, though. Maybe we end up... You know what? This could totally be a low-curve Chocomog deck, especially if we pick up more of these. Don't think we're going to be a Fire Magic deck. Sure. Okay, I'll take the Chocomog. I do love T-Rexor. It's one of my favorite. It's just like a clean, pushed common to play with, and those are always fun. But I do think green is going to end up being the splash here. Yeah, Lockpole. There's some blue-black stuff going around. Another shot at the Earth Crystal. Ooh, a Dragoon's Lance. Sorry, that is going to go ahead and take the spot over Magitech Infantry. This card is just very, very, very good in the format, and I do have these Slash of Light, so... as much as I would love this infantry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 cards come back, basic land, maybe infantry, but Laporte Scout, Noliths, Adventures, Airship are going to come back first. There's Diamond Weapon, Giot, the Rizzler is back, and the Green-White Land. Do I take Giot here? not like an equipment deck, but I guess it's a fine card. Signaling purposes. Could also just take the green-white land. Yacht with a couple ways to pump it, put it up in the air. Yeah, I don't hate that. Oh, okay, we got an infantry. That's gonna make the cut over Ifrit. Okay, okay. If I can get a third infantry, I'll be happy. If I get two, I'll consider it. Ride the Shoe Puff. I think this card has mattered in a lot of games where I've played, but I've never been impressed with it. And certainly not off the splash. We'd never do that. Monk's Fist. Monk's Fist is the equipment you play when you don't get other equipment. I don't think Side Quest is very good. I could take the red-green land here. I have yet to have a deck where I'm like, ooh, I really want to play Side Quest, Blitzball. I guess like Gihat on turn 2 into this on turn 3 flips it, but it's not even clear that you want to flip it most of the time. Yeah, I'm going to take Mana Fix in here. Ooh, Water Crystal Wield. Gasol Greens is mediocre enough that I'm just going to rare draft, and you can do nothing about it. What are you people doing? Somebody should be taking this. That should be in somebody's deck. This may be the best uncommon in the set. I'm sure there's other cards in contention, but holy crap. I mean, I'm going to take red-white land here. Blitzball. You don't really want to put Blitzball in a deck that's not trying to cast like 7 drops or whatever. Did not wheel. I think this pack had some stuff that could wheel. Bunch of janky green. I'll actually take Nature's Claim. There's a small chance we board that in. Unlikely, but small chance. Same with World Map. I think my fixin's going to be good enough that I don't need to play a World Map. Yep, this was the pack that had some other stuff that could wheel, but it was Land Laporte Scout. I think the Magitech Infantry was in that Scout. Maybe Item Shop makes it in. I don't really like the card, but it's fine. This is all maybe stuff. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, or 14 cards here. Yeah, we definitely need to get some playables. White Oresight's playable. It's very good playable. Minwu, fun card. This is exactly the type of thing I was talking about where you might pick up a rare like this and be like, all right, we're going to try to do this day. And it's like suboptimal, but also not embarrassing. Jekt is really strong. I shouldn't ignore the fact that Jekt is here, but I think we're not really trying to use picks on more colors here, so I'm just going to take White Oresight, which always makes the deck in white. We got past a red rare. Unfortunately, it's a red rare that doesn't matter. Scouts, Pirates, and Rogues. Well, we have 1 Scout. We have 0 Pilots. Pilots, and we have no Rogues, so this card is just pretty bad. There is a Squall, or I guess we call this Danitha Capuchin. Delivery Moogle as well is nice. I think I'm just going to take Delivery Moogle, though I am clocking here Danitha and Magitech Infantry, and my hope is that, A, Danitha wheels, but if not, the other white person at the table, if there is another white drafter, will take Danitha and let me get this Magitech Infantry, but Delivery Moogle is really good. Now I've got 2. Is that the 3rd Earth Crystal this draft? My god. This is Dovin's Veto. More like Dovin's V-No. I could take Vanille. Vanille's a strong card, another 2 for 1. The alternative is taking another Slash of Light, which again looks fine, but I have like 2 pieces of equipment, so it's not like this card is insane on my deck. I will take Vanille. Probably need another piece of fixin' though. Strixhaven Stadium, embarrassing card to put on the bonus sheet. I guess they had the sweet art for the FF10 Stadium, and they're like, what card could be a stadium? And it's just like, how about that one? Strixhaven Stadium, just don't put that in your deck. Capital City, it's like bad fixin', mostly cycling. Just not going to play a Blitzball. Aerith's Rescue Mission, not really what we want. Sure, I'll take Capital City, be a little bit sad about it. Zell's okay. Paladin Arm's also fine. Zell's like kind of just fine. If you're doing stuff with Landfall, Sabotenders, maybe you open Tifa or something, this can do some pretty cool stuff, but as it stands, like it ends up being like a 4/3, and then you run out of additional land drops, so it often ends up not really ramping you at some point. I think I'm content to take Paladin Arms here, though. Another Delivery Moogle, wow. I don't like Sandworm all that much. It's the world's worst mana fixer. I do like T-Rex, but another Delivery Moogle looks good. I only have 2 targets for it. Or the infantry's getting... That is an additional target. I guess Castle Guard, I guess. Like, hopefully not, but I guess it's a fine thing to do. Ooh, okay, we got pick 8, the last possible pick. There's been so many Slash of Lights. Alright, infantries are in. Do we take Renoa here, or do we take a Fat Chocobo? I guess another Renoa is probably fine. It's kind of like a Fat Chocobo that doesn't kill the other creature, though this does give Trample. Like, either of them would be off the splash, but I'll take the Renoa. Never really saw those cards side by side enough to really, like, clock that this card is actually very similar to Fat Chocobo. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 24. Okay, 4 Magic Deck Infantries I'm happy with. Although I've gone on record with my community saying that I think the magical number for infantry is either 3 or 5 or more. It's not 4, because then you do get these awkward things. Earth Crystal Wheeling. We're not going to play another Slash of Light, though. Okay. We got some power in here. We got some power. We do have to make some cuts, though. Maybe just cut the second Renoa. Ooh, Strixhaven Stadium to the sideboard where it belongs. Love it. Item Shopkeep looks kind of whatever, but do need 2 drops. Snow, Snow's not an impressive card. Snow is not an impressive card. This deck looks solid. Another Giot. That's probably better than the Dwarven Castle Guard. I know it's legendary. You can always discard the second copy to itself. And it can deal some real damage with a piece of equipment on it, or, you know, a pump from this. I don't think I'm going to play 4 Slash of Lights. Oh, come on now, people. Alright, what are we cutting? We got to cut 2, 3 cards. 3 cards. Again, I wonder if a Slash of Light is supposed to go here. Could just cut green, you know. I do think the Renoa is pretty good. The Vanille's more cute than it is good, but it's a good card. If I cut green, I get to just play straight up red-white. No splash, no mana problem. Well, let me not speak that into existence. But I get to play like this. Oh, I want Rabanaster back though. Where'd you go? Get back here, Rabanaster. 14, 15, 16, 17. With a decent amount of card filter in between Giat and Joshua. Mana sinks with the equipment and infantries. Game ender button here. Assuming I don't get controlled out of the game. Some decent removal. Mughals Vower to catch people off guard. I think this looks good. I do like the Renoa. But I don't mind just having a consistent mana base here over a little bit of extra power at the top. I am missing that at the top, right? A little bit of extra power. The Vanille hurts a little bit too, but I don't know. The consistency might just be better, and we've got a decent little game plan here with a lot of mana sinks and some game ender buttons that people might not be expecting. So I think I'm going to run it as just straight up red-white. And yeah, this looks semi-promising. Also just infantry, Dragoon's Lance one time. Do want to be on the play with this for sure, but let's go ahead and fire it up and see if we can steal some games. See if we can bring in a Chroma's Will to a 3-0 finish. Socialism worldwide? I mean, okay. You speak your truth. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to play Magic. So I made a comment earlier about the best of 3 queues being soft. That sounds insulting, and it kind of is, but what I mean by that is there's a lot of people who are here presumably like playing Magic in Arena for the first time because they're coming in from Final Fantasy, which is like kind of the point of Universes Beyond products, or at least that's how they were pitched, you know? Bring people from other IPs into the game to grow the game. But it does mean you play against a lot of people who are, you know, not experienced or whatever, and, you know, hopefully you can provide them some sort of lesson like how to curb stomp Tim on in best of 3 is to ramp out your 4-drop on 4 while he's fiddling around with Magic Tech Infantries and no 2-drops. Do have a Joshua though. Gubu attacking? Cannot attack. Cannot do that. Cannot activate my infantry right now. I'm sorry. Jack. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna lose to that. If they have a removal spell. Alright, we're gonna play Joshua this turn. Wow, Jekt on 3, huh? Alright, I just have to play this and hope they don't kill one of my blockers. And I will discard 2 lands. Okay, there's that Dragon's Lance I really needed on 2. So yeah, if this transforms, each opponent discards a card, you draw a card. Like, I can or I can Slash of Light it next turn. Actually, no, I can't. Alright, let's see what happens. Yep. Turn 3 Jekt into removal spell. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's unreasonable. Alright. There's a 7/7. Makes me discard a card. It's gonna do it again. Each opponent sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. What an unreasonable thing. And it's a 7/7. I can't even. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, let's just play it out and see what happens. I should have played D out first. Sure. Oh man, that feels bad. That feels bad to just not have a 2-drop and then just get turn 3 Jekt into removal spell. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a million. My opponent's 4-drop just one-shot me. If I draw another Slash of Light or something maybe, but this also just double edicts me? Like, what? What? Alright. We take our lumps. We take our lumps. I do need you to play your game. They're gonna kill Joshua as well. Summon Fat Chocobo. Yeah, I'm so behind even if I can kill this thing. Suplex and Slash of Light does kill it. But then what? I mean, I kind of have to do that, right? And then I suppose if they're on just somehow all lands, I take some hits from Fat Chocobo. I'm not gonna show them anything else here. This game was lost on turn 2 with the Gubu Gardener and me not. If I had had a 2-drop, maybe I would have had some extra creatures. Fire Magic does not look particularly good here. The Slash of Light, if I was on the play, it would have been better. I think I'm just gonna keep things how it is. And hopefully just not get Jekted on turn 3. Oh, that felt bad. That felt real bad. Alright, I will play first. That feels even worse. Yep, this feels terrible. This feels terrible, people. Oh my god. The 1-lander into the 2-lander without the right colors. I think I have to mulligan this too. This just doesn't do anything. And I gotta put back like these 2. Maybe I keep... Oh, we put back a Magitech infantry for sure. Brynhildr. This is not good. Problem is if I... Yeah, alright. Oh boy. Roll down to 5 on the play. Okay, did not want to draw that, but I guess at least it lets me attack for 2. I could actually play Brynhildr here. See if it hits my land for the next turn. I deal 1 less damage this turn. Alright, so Brynhildr survives. I at least get my land next turn. Black. If they kill Brynhildr, I do not. Hectize, I can discard this infantry. Getting Hectized after, Oh, this doesn't give the 3/2 haste. That's a little annoying. I think I just want to use the infantries. Or the infantry, rather. And I kind of want to just get their material off the board. Maybe that's wrong. Brynhildr's kind of served its purpose. Like, just get their material off the board. Green into... What you got, opponent? Sure. And I got one more. This feels... I mean, this has got to be unwinnable, right? It's got to be just unwinnable unless they just... I don't know, brick on everything somehow. Okay, Revelation to find their land, presumably. I Okay. We'll definitely have a land drop. Into nothing. Okay, I like nothing. Play Paladin Arms here. They're holding up something. Okay, go Paladin Arms. I mean, this does bring the slash of light count up to 4. If I draw planes, I could even go Fiat slash. Delivery Moogle's not the worst thing in the world to go get a Dragoon Lance or whatever. Fat Chocobo. Final Days. For what do you have in your graveyard? For 2? Where did the second one come from? Oh, that right. Just casting it makes... Oh, you have fight the Acons as well? Flash the Acons to kill one of my 2. Okay. I mean, okay. I will attack. Oh, that was a fight too, so they lost their 2-2. Alright, hold on. Hold the phone. Moogle will go get a Dragoon's Lance, I assume. Oh, that's definitely what it's getting. Alright, another Plains is kind of what I need. I need to be able to double spell here. Or a Crumb as well. Oh, Bard's Bow is so annoying. Okay, there we go, there we go. So let's play our Lance first, just to power up the Bard's Bow, or the Slash of Light. And then I think we attack all. They kill something in response. That does not stop the slash. Okay. And I will attack all here. Offering the trade 2-2 on 3-2. Wizard can chump. Okay, what you got, opponent? Vincent's thingy, maybe? That's what it is. Oh, Deadly Dispute, okay. Don't love seeing that. Would rather you have nothing. Okay, but we do have 2 lethal creatures. Move the Dragoon's Lance over to the infantry. This does nothing, because the creatures come in tapped. 3 cards in hand for opponent, but 8 mana to work with. This costs 6. Okay, okay, okay. We came back from a mold of 5. Okay. Hold on a minute. Attack dies. I wonder if I actually do want fire magic. I don't think so. Wow, this also might be better than Shopkeep. If I'm going to be on defense, at least it trades for something. It's pretty good against the Black Mage spell. Don't really feel like I can cut the removal here. All right, let's try it out. No moles this time, no ject. A lot of no pleases going on here. Okay, Castle Guard into Joshua. This is a fine hand if we don't get the. I guess if they Gubu Gardener on 2, we can suplex it. So, but maybe we just save the suplex for Ject if that's what we're trying to play around. This hand is fine though. The Joshua, especially if I end up drawing a couple more lands in these next draw steps, can help out quite a bit. So, Castle Guard's not like my best 2-drop. I'd rather it be a Dragoon Lance, but it's fine. Good against cornered by Black Mages. Okay, are we Gubuing? Alright, now to kill the Gubu or not to kill the Gubu? That is the question. I think we kill the Gubu, but then if they play Jack just naturally, I think we gotta kill the Manador. It's my 2-1 can't even attack into the 1-3, so let's kill that, play Joshua next turn, discarding a couple mountains perhaps. Bard's Bow, sure. Eagle's Valor interesting at some point. I think I do just pitch Mountain. Okay, well, I was hoping to hit a Plains there, but I guess 2 more white cards is the best we can do for you. I mean, if I hit a Plains off the top, I'm feeling a lot better. If I don't, like, geez. But then that also means I wasn't going to draw Plains for X number of turns anyway. Revelation. Opponent boarded in some chunk. Another Gooboo. Always be goobin'. Wow. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. So my gut, man, 1 white source, 6 white cards in hand, huh? Man, my gut tells me to play Dragoon's Lance here, just because it gets the slash up to a bigger number. It is mana inefficient though. We'll play Snow. Go ahead, opponent. They're on potentially 6 mana this turn. Start dropping Marlboros or T-Rexes. Okay, Gigantode at least. We have a little bit before. Oh, I guess they're gonna fight Joshua. Sure. That shrinks Snow. Okay, we're definitely dying if we don't draw white source here. Okay, we drew white. We get to play a little bit more. Now, do I go infantry? Dragoon's Lance plus slash is still only 3. I think I go infantry. Just take some damage in the meantime. Could trade Snow for the Bard's Bow here. Could also double block Gigantode. Don't love that. Could also not block at all and take 7. Which I think is what I'm going to do here. Another Bard's Bow. Don't care too much about these, I don't think. Would you board in 4 Bard's Bows? Alright, I mean, they're empty-handed. They do have an thing in their graveyard. They've got a lot of chunk in play. Maybe the Moogle's Valor turn? Don't have to worry about killing this right away. The longer I can wait on Moogle's Valor, the better. Might just be the turn for it, though. Pumps this up. I get to eat something with that. Then Moogle plus infantry here. Yeah, I think we're just going to Moogle's Valor. See if opponent sniffs it out. Looks like they boarded in just... we've seen 5 Gigantodes plus Bard's Bows here. Alright, attack all, please. They also know that I can fetch with Snow, right? Okay, that's what we wanted to see. Okay, now we go block big boy, double block, and then this can soak up the last one. And that kills 3 of their creatures, and I gain some life and lose none. Now we gotta watch out for Final Days. 1, 2, 3. They only have 3 creatures. Jekt is back. Okay, so we have. You know what? I'm tired of your crap, Jekt. So, still only 2 white sources. Alright, I think what we're going to do here is I can attack with Snow. Yeah, okay, let's play land. So, goal here is attack, use infantry once to pump up Snow, and then hold up the infantry with slash white back up here. Chunk the opponent for 7. Then we do have 1 infantry left in the deck that I can use my mana on if they don't make an attack. If they just like equip Jekt or something, then slash of light it down. Okay, empty-handed, feeling pretty good now. Just go ahead and kill it. I'm gonna upkeep the infantry so I don't draw it. Okay, they can see it. Nice. All right. We get what a rocky start. We got ejected on turn 3, and then we got a mulled to 5, but somehow we ended up winning the match. It seems unreasonable. I would like to thank my one-drop Magic Tech infantries for that. All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. That's a nail biter to try and win after that first game. That's one of the most decisive wins I've ever seen in the format. Is just turn 2 Gubu, turn 3 eject. You don't have a removal spell to get your blocker out of the way, because they always do. They always have the removal spell, right? Flip it into a 7/7 that like 7 for 1s you or something. All right, True Breeze. Or maybe it's True Brew 3/3. All right, I will play first. All right, keepable hand. I think I could just play basics here. Just play my creatures on curve. It's gonna be awkward if I have to Aura Sight on 4, but I got to start getting that damage in. So play this, play Gia on 2, and then if I draw planes, I can even just discard Ravenaster. Oh, Freya. Freya's a strong card. I'm going to attack into it, though. And we did draw planes, so I can discard Ravenaster here. Okay. Usually don't discard the duels over the basics, but I have lands that come in tapped. Freya's a strong card. I mean, if they go... I've had people go this into Samurai's Katana on 2, or Paladin Arms on 2, and it's like, okay, I mean, respect it. Giat down. Should I do the same? No, we got to start using our infantry. We can go ahead and do it now, just be mana efficient and get the extra point of damage in. So like a warrior sword would be a pretty good play here. I like Freya. If you're all in on equipment, you have like 4 or 5 pieces of equipment in your deck. I like this because it's just Llanowar elves, but then it forces your opponents to kind of deal with your, you know, above curve equipment, and then Freya can just start attaching the equipment to itself and getting in with flying. So I really like that. We got Giat, opponent on the mirror tech, does not want to discard a card though. Do I Aura Sight that? I kind of just want to Slash of Light this. If I Aura Sight this turn, I can double infantry next turn. I can't attack if I don't get rid of Giat because of Double Strike. Slash of Light is... Are they gonna... No, they're not gonna play something that can't be slashed with a couple extra creatures on board, though. So I think I'm gonna use the Aura Sight here. Get rid of that. Attack for 4. Next turn, have the mana to double infantry or fetch 1 infantry with a Slash of Light backup. Fire Magic? Fire Magic's awkward because I have the infantries and I have a bunch of X1s and X2s, but haven't seen Freya plus Gia already. Like, I might want Fire Magic on the draw. And I probably want Slash of Light number 4, just because dealing 1 damage seems to be enough. Barrett Wallace. Okay, cannot get around that. I would like to not draw more land. So I do have to just use my turn to fetch 2 infantries here. They can get some damage in for sure. And then, assuming Barrett doesn't get bigger, I can Slash of Light it down. It does have reach, notably. Not a lot of cards in red-white that put 4 toughness on board, but that was an awkward one. It would have been a very good turn if they'd put a 3 toughness creature in play, just to be able to fetch the infantry. But at least this way I get to fetch both the infantries. Oh, we're casting Red Mage's Rapier. Alright. Sure. And this is a number you control. Okay, yeah, that makes Barrett deal an extra point of damage. I can dig that. It's also just a random dorky blocker. So Barrett attacks for 5 here. Barrett attacks for 6 here. Alright. Ouch. What you got, opponent? What do they thinking of blocking with Barret. Oh, they are. Okay. I like not taking the extra damage. Alright, we've got the infantries out. Paladin Arms is a fine draw. So, slash Barret, attack all. They can trade for 2 of them. Yeah, just trade off the resources here. 4-4. Attack, attack. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right, do you wanna trade some stuff here, opponent? Yep. Okay. All right. Play Paladin Arms. I will play one more land here. And pass. And I do need to draw something. I would like that Achroma's Will I got really excited about. Wonder if I could draw that. Dwarven Castle Guard. That one's annoying. Also probably worth me boarding in. Yeah, their deck looks very susceptible to fire magic. Equip Paladin Arms on the 2-1. Freya's not getting it, man. Hey! I just go for it? It's lethal if it works. So we could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, fly in, double strike. Notably, Freya does not have double strike on my turn. Oh yeah, we just go for it, right? Fly in, vigilance, and double strike. And they held up mana. They didn't equip. Or I guess maybe they wanted Freya as a blocker. Oh yeah, never mind. It would have made no sense for them to do that. Even if they kill the Paladin Arms here, they're taking 8. And then if they can't even get through Ward 1, like they would need Thunder Magic exactly or Lightning Bolt exactly. Otherwise they only kill one of these and they take 10. Alright, let's see. You've got your response. What is it? Okay, we've resolved. They're certainly making me click slowly. Thunder Magic here does keep them alive. That's what it looks like. Slash of Light doesn't do it. Okay, they did have Thunder Magic. So they go to 1. Don't know why that took so long for them to do it, but so be it. Alright, and then I guess I play land. I have another Giat in my deck, so there's like a reason not to play land, but I would like to use my mana here to equip. Alright, I do need a way to push in another point of damage. Because as it is, they're stable against me. Maybe they were trying to figure out how ward worked or something like that. Side quest Blitzball, okay. But you can't attack right now. Alright, not what we needed. Yeah, okay, I think the infantry comes in just to force the trade with the Castle Guard. Like, again, trying to burn through material here while I'm not getting things. They also have, they haven't played a land in like 18 turns, so they're on at least a spell. I could very much die here just because I'm drawing blanks. I do have 17 lands in my deck. That might be too much, but I have a lot of mana sinks as well. Dragoon's Lance off the top is lethal. Delivery Moogle is not, because I think Dragoon's Lance is 4. The Rapier? Okay. Sure. Interesting. They have a 1-mana white spell. 1-mana white spell. You're not alone, maybe? Why equip the red mage's rapier then? I don't know. Okay, Slash of Light. Just go for it here. Again. Make them have it, and then they've had it twice. So yeah, you're not alone. Maybe I was wrong. That I could have just attacked there and restoration magic. Sure. Without the life gain, though, notably. All right. Well, I will not attack now. I do need them to draw a land at some point. Like, come on. Can we not just draw gas the whole time? They're gonna kill me. That is the thing. They're gonna kill me like in a turn or two. Ring of Lucy. Come on. Yep. Pump up 3-1 again. Ouch. I mean, they have to block this 4-2. Okay, delivery Moogle's good. I think it's just a pile of Magitech infantries here. View the browser, please. Let's get a Dragoon's Lance. I am off by 1 to equip. I do think I just attack with infantry. This forces the block with Freya or the trade with Giat. Okay, and Giat is the most threatening one there. So I'll go Dragoon's Lance and hold land in hand here. And now they're facing down two lethal flyers. Let's see if we can get something done here. Okay, there's land number 5. The opponent went 15 cards deep before they found their 5th land. Oh, it's like Zidane? That would be sick. I don't think Zidane stops them from dying, though. Because they would gain 3. I would not die. They are really thinking about it, though. Summon Final Garuda. Okay, that kills only a tapped creature. 4 damage to tapped creature. Okay, so they should be dead. They should be dead. No block. Oh, there's the Moogle's Valor. Okay, they can block one thing. I don't see any tricks on board. Just go for the attack here. Don't need to show him Moogle's Valor. Okay, die please. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I like Slash of Light, I like Dwarven, and I like the Fire Magic here. As far as cuts, Chokamog can probably go. I don't really want things that kill my own creatures here. Snow could probably go. Maybe I don't need 4 Slash of Lights. That is a little aggressive. Item Shopkeep. Item Shopkeep blocks 2/2s and stuff. Could cut a land. Maybe should be playing 16 lands as it is. All right, Chokamog out. Let's go. Let's actually not bring in Slash of Light number 4. Item Shopkeep. That leaves me with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plenty of stuff to do early on. I just like that the dwarf can trade for something. I guess it's worse against Giat specifically. Could also cut Snow and just keep another 2-drop in. Snow is very whatever. And we got to watch out for Restoration Magic, Primal Garuda. I don't know why Ring of Lucy is in their deck, but all right, let's roll with this. Up a game against the mirror. I like that. Can dig it. Red. Shopkeep Brynhilder. Alright. Do need to draw planes at some point. We got Freya on turn 1. There's the planes. At some point. Okay. See if opponent runs us over. Giat. They showed us 2 Giots. They're going to have a pretty consistent turn 2 Giot. Or they could play an equipment here. Paladin Arms. Yeah. Don't love it. Ooh, suplex. Could suplex the Paladin Arms. Kind of want to just play Giot though. And discard the Shopkeep. Dig in for like fire magic or something here. Not too worried about the Freya at this point. Alright, let's just play Giot. I am going to discard Shopkeep because I would like to draw either more lands or more impactful cards. And no block. And then if they attack with Paladin Arms, I think I do just block. If they Resto Magic or Thunder Magic here, it's fine. But that's a good start. I mean, Freya into a 3-drop equipment is a very good way to start with red-white. Okay, Castle Guard's fine. Maybe I don't even block here. I can attack into them though. I've got the infantries to do things here. I don't mind this. They didn't play a land. So yeah, let's just start loading up on infantries, I think. Question is, do I attack into the Castle Guard here? Let's pay for activating equip ability. That's 4 to equip though. No, I'm gonna sit tight. Would rather build out the board a little bit more for the Slash of Light potentially. That is a Crossroads Village, okay. Cycle the Hillgeist. Do love me a sorcery speed cycle. Alright, if they attack me with the Castle Guard, they do not. And fetch up. Okay, more land. Optimal turn here would be to go like... Actually, maybe I go Brynhildr and just suplex this stupid thing. Let's see what Brynhildr hits. Okay. I can play that next turn though, Brynhildr lives. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and suplex their 2-1. Attack them for 4. Next turn I can hold up Slash plus infantry. Infantry number 3. So they play like Barrett Wallace here, we're good. And I don't care if they kill Brynhildr, that's fine. It is a little awkward that this doesn't work with job select equipment, the second and third mode. Stroke of Midnight, okay. That is I'll take it. Deal. Absolutely. Giat as well. Discard. Know that it matters. Dragoon's Lance. Alright, I'm gonna jam now. Trade for an infantry here. And I am gonna use my mana here to go fetch another infantry. And then upkeep, probably get the 4th one, just again, so I don't draw them. There's Giat. Very slashable. Did not discard. Red Mage is right here. Okay. Probably would have discarded that one. Did not want to discard your last card either. Take my 1. Fetch. And just so we don't draw it. Slash of Light. Alright, well now I can easily fire off here and just attack with all. Trade for another infantry. Take 5. And then we've got Slash Dragoon's Lance. Feeling pretty good about this, unless opponent also wielded in Fire Magic? Question mark. This is not lethal. Barrett. Wallace. Yeah, these red mages rapier really holding the opponent's deck back. White Orso, even better. And I am off by a point of damage here. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. We won the mirror. I had fun. Opponent's deck had some scary start. Didn't capitalize on it, but I mean, Freya, Barrett, Giat. Not that Barrett's like an insane card or anything, but... Alright. Play the finals. Our deck is solid when it does the thing. Our deck is solid. The Magitech infantries are, they're holding their own. They're definitely holding their own. It is a little awkward, though, because the more of those you pull out of your deck, the more likely you are to draw lands. You're just decreasing the number of spells in your deck, but you don't want to draw those anyway, so it's not like a huge argument. I guess the argument is, do you want to play 16 lands instead of 17 because you have 4 cards in your deck that just, like, draw cards for 3 mana? I don't know. I know a lot of people would be on 16 with a deck like this, but I think double Giat plus Joshua is enough of a selling point. Oh, this hand's awful. I will join you on the mulligan. Fortunately, if Capital City was a white source, I would consider it. Oh my god. Get out of here. I think I'm gonna throw Rabanaster back. Just don't need a tap land. Get out of here with... I mean, hopefully this infantry lives. Opponent's mulling to 5. If this infantry lives, like, it can give me stuff to do with my mana until I draw out of 6 land. mull to 6, so... If they just snap off removal on the infantry, though, it's like, ooh. Alright, lead us off, opponent. We got Plains, Zac Fair. That's a better one-drop than mine. No, we drew the infantry. We drew the infantry. Zac Fair is a very strong card. I will take it. No, a Dire Rat too. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think I offer the trade here. Get them to use that treasure early if possible. I hate Dire Rat. I hate playing against that card so much. Alright, let's see if giving you a treasure was just the worst mistake of my life. I'll take 1. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked because they couldn't... Oh, okay. We are going to use infantry here, though. They're holding up mana. I guess they have the Zac Fair battle menu. Okay. Actually, this blocks. They could sack Zac Fair, but make a 3/3. But then Zac's off the table, and they use their treasure to do that. Okay, they're gonna go for it. I don't hate this. I traded my 3 mana and an infantry from my deck for Zac Fair and their treasure token. Sure. Alright, follow-up play. Another Slash of Light. Alright, 1 more of these little suckers. Go ahead. Got another battle menu that you want to use? Okay, faded. I mean, sure. I'll take some beats from this 3/3, but as long as I'm not, I mean, using removal on a bunch of infantries, I'm okay with. Okay, Brynhilder, probably better than Giat here. Sure. Slash that, hit you for 1. Oh, Giat with haste next turn. Giat Slash of Light, save me. I'm going down to 9. Discard the tap land. Okay. Okay, can you stop, please? Let's just slash this thing and pass. I'm losing Brynhilder, so I'm at the mercy of my opponent not just slamming something annoying on the board here. 4-drop. Phantom Train. That can't activate right now. Come on. Maybe I really should be on Westlands. Died a Phantom Train here. 2 activations. Okay, nothing to do. Ooh, that's not bad at all. That deals actually 3 extra points of damage this turn. Still gonna play one more land. Okay, do need to add something to the board this turn. Nice, okay. Okay. Opponent on just black-white low curve. Can dig it. Fire magic check. Fire magic, I like to see X1s before I care about fire magic. These are all X2s. I think maybe the slash of light is fine. Do you have Nature's Claim? Nah. Like Phantom Train kills us, it kills us. Yeah, let's take out Item Shopkeep. Let's bring in this Castle Guard. And then do we want Slash over, like, Snow or something like that? Snow blocks fairly well. X3? Don't think so. Suplex. Oh, we can suplex the train. We can suplex the train. Chocomog could come out for sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Chocomog out, bring in another Slash. Just lots and lots of removal. Though it does kind of entail our creatures survive. Opponent got pretty aggressive with their removal there to try to push that 3/3 through. I'm not sure if they should have or not, but... Okay, I'm going to keep off the back of a suplex and being on the draw. 1 planes makes this a pretty strong hand. Or how about, best I can do is Slash of Light number 2. Maybe we can get Slash of Light-tron before we hit a planes, though. Kind of want them to tap out for a creature. It'd be kind of annoying if they battle menu. Alright, battle menu is very annoying. Still gonna hold here. Because that doesn't let me actually cast a white spell this turn. I'd rather hold that in hand in case I draw planes next turn. Yep, battle menu, sure. Very annoying that my removal spell does not kill their 2-drop here. Zach, fair enough. Yes. Ouch. Oh, Heck Dies is fine. We'll just discard the Slash of Light here. Okay, there's the planes. Don't want to play Snow. Yeah, I should play a 3-drop this turn. If they kill it, they kill it. And then next turn try to double spell. Could even just not block if they attack all. Adventure's in. Interesting. I'll block Zach. I don't care if they use removal to try and get through this. Can't block the 2/2, obviously. Elements out. Okay, so what's the move here is to play Dragoon's Lance and just pass the turn. Could also attack with Snow. If it trades for all room, is it that bad? And if they go for Zach Fair on Alrumin, then it's really good. Oh, go for it. Yes. Opponent fell into that trap. Got my 2 for 1. Okay. Got my 2 for 1. Got Zach Fair off the table. Black Mage's Rod. We can handle. We can handle a Rod. Don't take that out of context. Ooh, okay. Chroma's Will. Kind of just want to put the Dragoon's Lance on Snow. Afford to do that? We don't need to do that, actually. Let's try to hit Magitech Infantry or something. Hey, it's that guy. Alright, let's, Am I okay with a Snow trade in here? I don't think I need to. I have a Chroma's Will. That's going to be so much damage once it happens. What do I suplex here? I think so. Maybe I should save it for the train, but... The goal here is just to flood the board with infantries and then Akroma's Will them. Hope they don't hectize me again. They are on all spells, presumably. They don't have much going on board. Matsu Trainer. Okay. No! That's fine. Just attack here. Play infantry from hand. Fetch infantry. And then, I mean, are they just dead next turn? If I fetch an infantry, this is 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 2, 26 if they don't play a flyer or hold up mana, so they just play another dorker like this. Alright, 6 mana on board. What you got, opponent? Ultima. Hey, that has flying. It's cheating. Don't care too much about it. Does that change things? Definitely fetch. Okay, I guess I didn't want to upkeep stop there. Don't care about this card very much. I Dragoon's Lance up Snow here. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's off as well. I mean, probably block would be my guess. Don't care if this attacks. I don't care about the blight counter thing basically at all. I'm gonna keep this land in hand. All right, I'll pass here. We'll go ahead and get the last infantry. 7 mana now. Okay, you can either put a blight counter on one of my lands, or you can put a blight counter on one of your own lands, and it will tap for double mana. Sure. That does take me off Aura Sight if I draw it. All right, just play a junky ground creature. They're holding up something. I hate that my opponents are always holding up something. Okay, Mother Plains. I mean, go for the Akroma's Will. Assume they kill this. That's still... Oh, that's still 20 damage. Alright. Flying Vigilance, Double Strike. Do something about it. I guess Sephiroth's Intervention puts them in 19. They still die to all the 2/1s. I do not control my commander, unfortunately. Alright, I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack, opponent. I'm going to click the button as soon as you let me. Alright, opponent. I've declared attacks. What you got? Fate of the Suncrist. Take 20. Cool card. Cool card, Akroma's Will. Alright, we got one Akroma's Will kill. Akroma's kill, if you will. That's why you do not pass that card. I could have used that defensively too to gain, what, 20 life, 30 life, 40 life. Alright, nice little 3-0. Very rocky start. Could have easily gone astray. This deck looks good. I mean, it doesn't even have that much filler. Item Shopkeep, which maybe should just be that 2-1 anyway. Snow. Those are the Summon Chocomog. Those are the 3 cards I would consider like not good. And the Magitech Infantry engine definitely worked here. 100% worked here. Felt really good about that. Obviously, Mughal's Vower is going to get people. Akroma's Will is going to get people. Decent removal, stuff to play, a little bit of card advantage and filter. And this was just a good red-white deck. Good card quality, delivery Mughals, Dragon Lances, Joshua, stuff like that. So I have high hopes of this best of 3ing. In best of 1, it would be like, because you never know what's going to happen in best of 1. But in best of 3, especially with my sideboard having some silver bullets, a little bit of extra interaction, some things to adjust. The one thing I'm not sure of is if I should be playing 16 lands in this deck. When I have mana sinks and I have card filtering, I almost always default to 17 because you just have the tools to get rid of the extra lands. But the infantry does throw a little bit of a wrench in that because you are pulling spells out of your deck with the infantry, which increases the chances of hitting lands, right? So I wonder if, having this as a mana sink is a reason to play less lands and not more lands, whereas I think having most mana sinks is a reason to play more lands, not less lands. Something I think I disagree with a lot of people on. But yeah, this deck looked fantastic. The draft went smoothly. We did waffle around with some green stuff, but I guess I'm pretty happy that we didn't mess with that. I could have had 3 Earth Crystals in my deck, though, which is kind of funny. So yeah, deck looks sweet. Maybe would swap out like this for this or something like that. Really doesn't inconsequential changes, honestly. So really powerful. And let this be a lesson to anyone out there. Do not ever pass this card. Like, if my opponent's pack one pick one had to have been either insane, like a Smuggler's Copter, which I don't think it can even happen because it's another bonus sheet card, or they just glossed over like this card because of the commander text or something like that. So that's the only way this card gets past you. You should not ever pass this card pack one pick one. It is, I think, probably just the best card in the set. And don't quote percentages at me. I don't care about 17 lands percentages. My perception is this card is the best card in the set, period. So glad I got to play with it. Glad it got to win a game at the end there. And actually, it came very close to winning a game in match 2, but opponent had the removal spell. Still got that one, though. So nice little red-white deck. I said I don't draft this that often, but the pieces came together. And there we go. Nice little trophy for the trophy case, which, by the way, if you're playing Final Fantasy or any other limited format, we have a trophy case in our Discord server where you can come post your trophy decks. And I do keep track of all the trophies on a leaderboard for the most recent set. So Final Fantasy, a lot of trophies there. If you are a limited drafter, come share your deck lists with us. And if you need advice or you want advice or you just want to hang out and talk Final Fantasy or Edge of Eternities or whatever, come join that Discord server down below. Join our cube drafts, which happen multiple times throughout the week. And yeah, come say hi. Let me know that the YouTube video brought you there. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. My name's Timothy with JankDiverTim. I will catch you all next time.